The room never looked quite right. Lamps wore a tired yellow, and the curtains hung with the slackness of old skin. Even the clock in the lobby ticked like a reluctant witness, off by a breath. I knew how to invite unease, years of coaxing shivers from orderly crowds, modulating my tone until familiar creaks felt like prophecy. But that night unease answered before I did. There was a wrongness in the air that no cadence could claim. At first, the signs were small domestic betrayals. The coffee cooled too fast. Murmurs in the back row synchronized as if rehearsed. The emergency exit sign whispered faint coordinates no one read aloud. People blinked together and wore the same hesitation like a second layer. On the stairwell, a smear of light crawled across plaster in angles that made no architectural sense, and the overhead hum clarified into harmonics my ear recognized as attention, but attention not quite human. My craft is subtlety. I plant seeds of dread and watch them unfurl. Here, the seeds spoke back. Faces in the audience exhibited tiny asymmetries. An eye that tracked not me but the black between my words. A smile delayed by a fraction of reasoning. I began to mistake my lines for translations. Nightly I practiced cadence before an empty stage, and found in the mirror a reflection slightly too early to be mine, as though memory itself had been advanced to greet a visitor. The mirror's movement anticipated my gestures and left me lagging behind myself. Paranoia is an old actor, patient and cheap. It taught me to listen for the thud beneath words, for the pause that swallows punctuation. My nights grew crowded with static voices proposing equations I couldn't refuse. I discovered names under my handwriting I had never written, dreams cataloged in the margins of notebooks, as if someone else rehearsed an ending I had not consented to. Sleep thinned into a rehearsal. I learned to anticipate applause that never arrived, and then resembled something like acknowledgement from elsewhere. When the lights fell one evening, the ceiling unfolded into geometry. Planes that shouldn't touch did, and a lattice of angles mapped itself across the audience's foreheads. It was not flesh but comprehension, an intelligence preferring coordinates to kisses. Its presence rearranged memories into a vocabulary of distances, every gasp a vector, every sob a bearing. My language failed. Phrases pirouetted into equations, metaphors rendered as beacons I could not dim. We left the building with pockets full of signal and mouths emptied of endings, and I knew I had taught it how to listen. When I finally turned the stage light away and the room exhaled, something else learned applause. We closed the door, and the dark kept our silence.